that glow is beautiful. Look at that. My eyes are very nice. Welcome back to the Wolf Bottles channel. My name is David, and today we're going to be discussing load-bearing walls and how to decipher which are load-bearing and which aren't. So in this renovation project that we've got going on, we've got a few walls that are coming out. It's this one here and that one there. Now, we need to make sure that when we pull this down, the whole house doesn't fall down, okay? So make sure you stay tuned. We're going to start ripping and busting, and we're going to start talking about all that good stuff. So as you can see, Davey boy is already ripping into it. Look, such an old home. We've got this nice Remu skirting boards. We're going to reuse this in a future episode. Ah, cheeks! Yeah! All right, so we're just going to get started by taking off all the skirting boards, all the trims around the windows, all these power points. We're just going to undo them, but we're going to leave them still on so we can turn our lights on and off. And then that way we can start stripping all the wall linings and hiffing it in the bin. All that's coming out, but we want to make sure that we're keeping the, even actually probably keep those for him, just in case, because he might be able to do something with that. Shelves, I think. Look at this little jolt head nail. Yeah. All hand nailed. Yeah. Everything all hand nailed. Jolt heads. Everything's hand nailed. Look at that. Yeah, look, all hand nailed. Old school. Just before we start ripping this wall down and this one down, we've obviously got this kitchen in the way. So we need to actually start removing these panels, taking the drawers out. We've got to take into consideration the power. We've obviously got this cooktop right here. This is going to have a big mains cable coming through to it. So we've got to contact the Sparky to come and disconnect that for us. We've also got this, tap, the sink. So we've got live water here. We've got to be super careful when we're pulling things out, not to damage that. Now, there is a fail-safe down the end of the driveway. There's a turn, we'll turn the mains water that comes up and feeds this house off, just in case we do anything through there, which will be really good. And I think what I'm going to do as well, I'm going to turn the power off at the switchboard in this room, just so we know that we're not going to get shocked. But yeah, we can actually cap these off ourselves, but the power we don't touch. There's no point in us fucking getting shocked for no reason. So yeah, let's rip this out. All right, boys, we'll start ripping this kitchen out, eh? Oh yeah? Yeah. We'll start with that wall. Yep. You've got your power points there and your internet. Yep. We'll pull those off. Then we can just start dismantling all this. And we'll actually fold it all down, crush it all up so we can get it more in the bin. That's sad as to my eyes. That's it. So you would have seen just then, we're just taking a bit of tiggy through there. You can see through that screen that that's a switchboard. Now we're just flicking them off. There's no actual signs on it, so we're just flicking them off, making sure that we've got no shocks. Hey Dave! Hey, do you want to suck a fucking good pussy or what? That's it, bro. There you go, look at that, mate. So we made our way through, baby, and freaking smashing it out. Now, I'm coming to the underneath the side of the sink here. Now we've got our feeds, our hot and cold water feeds. Now I've gone and turned the tap off, the mains tap, and I'm just going to disassemble these and then put this cap over the top with a washer. And what that's going to do is that's going to prevent any water coming back through here when we turn it on, and then we can get rid of the rest of this and start frickin' smashing it. Okay, Jimmy Neutron here in the building. Nah. Okay, so now we've actually exposed our wall. We've taken the jib board off it, the wall that we're going to be taking out, well, both of them actually. And you can see that we've got this old school bracing element that's sort of a piece of timber. It's about 90 by 25, running from the top plate to the bottom plate. Now, it's cool that we did this and exposed it because what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to actually when we pull this out and move this bracing element off, we're going to have to actually add that bracing element back in, down in that side of the building, right? So we'll add it in with our new technologies. So we'll use jib brace lines and handy bracks and all that sort of stuff. And we'll also probably end up putting some on the external walls as well. But yeah, just a note, when you do see this sort of stuff in an old house in a renovation, don't just rip it out and don't think about that sort of stuff. Well, not don't think about it, but when you do start ripping stuff off, if you're doing a renovation and things like that, if you come across something like this, speak to someone that knows what they're doing, and they'll be able to guide you in the right direction and tell you what needs to be, what you need to do to replace it if you're going to be pulling it out. So, yeah, let's just pull this wall down. Woo! Okay. Now, obviously we're doing this nice big reno, big alteration inside, internal alteration. So we need to make sure that we're pulling things apart in such a way that the house isn't going to fall down. And what I mean by that is our load-bearing walls. So initially, I actually thought the wall behind Fabian, the one with the brace in it, was load-bearing because our trusses are running over through here. And I thought it was supporting the center of the trusses, but it turns out, as we spoke to the architect and the engineer, that those are not load-bearing walls, which is really good for the client because it means we don't have to put any big beams in, etc., etc. Now, the way we dictate what a load-bearing wall is pretty much how I like to do it is, you can see on this external wall here, we've got this big lintel, right? Now what this lintel is doing is it's actually supporting the roof trusses and the roof tiles and all that, and it's spreading the load along and then down to these understuds. And that way you sort of know exactly what a load-bearing wall is and what isn't. These are pretty good signs. Now behind us, we don't have any lintels or anything like that. But yeah, hey, I even thought this was a load-bearing wall just because of the way the trusses were going. But it's best just to talk to a professional, like an engineer or something, get them to come and have a look over and write you up something to make sure that we've got all our boxes ticked so we can rip this shit apart, baby! Woo! Yeah. Come on, get your boogie on, Dave. I know you like karaoke.
Mikey's not here.
Hey?
Mikey's not here. Oh.
Bye. That's sad. What, do you not think we can dance as good as Mikey?
Oh.
Gee, that's sad ass to my eyes.
I'm an acquired taste, not for those who just want copy paste. I say life forgiving what you've got. So now tell me, are you coming or not? I'm gonna break through you. signs are